Hello, my name is Chris Athanas. I'm a KMP developer, and today we're going to be going through the iOS version of the app called Fred's Roadtrip Storyteller, which is a location-based application that will speak historical markers as you drive by them. It'll so as you drive, it has a circle around called the scene radius, and as you drive along, markers are collected in a 2 mile on a 2 mile radius, and every 2 miles, it collects another set of markers in your location area, and then within that, as you drive along, and you encounter these markers, they're spoken in turn. It can be spoken or announced. Just the title is announced, or it can speak all the details, and it tracks each one of them. It keeps it in a database that's stored on the device. It's not stored off the device. There's no user accounts. It's a privacy based device. You have to manually initiate the background tracking if you want to pick up markers while you're using your phone for other things. And you do have a bunch of options to turn on off the speaking, whether you want to speak or not. I'll go through that here in a second. All right, so you really want to start off on the Android part of the KMP project. And I've already done this, but you definitely want to run it the first time from Android because it builds all the stuff properly the first time. Seems like the Xcode side doesn't build all by itself. It needs some stuff from iOS. I mean some stuff from the Android side. So you run it first inside of Android Studio, but because we're using the store, you do have to run you if you want to do the store operations, which are all from this debug here, where you want to manage the transactions. You have to run it from the Xcode side. So you just hit the run here, and once the app is up, we'll switch it to the other view. All right, there's the app. Okay, and we're doing a fresh launch, initial launch. Okay, and it's finally come up. And of course, we are using location tracking, and we're using the precise stuff. So we just allow it while the app is in process. It does a download here. And this is the race condition I was talking about before, that initially it doesn't load. So this is one of the things I'll be working on for the next release. Um, and let me go ahead and relaunch this. Okay, we're back here in the app. I just hit the locate button and it showed up here. So, but it's the race. I do have a race condition because I'm not using flow for the database function for the collecting functionality. I was using the snapshots, and they seem to be fine on Android, but there seems to be some racing conditions because I guess the implementation might be a little different on iOS. So I'll be swapping that out in the very next release. So I know how to fix it. I just didn't see it while I was working on the Android side. Anyway, so it starts off with the main screen with the monitor here with the map, I should say, or the map here. And you can swipe this up here, and here's the scene radius here. Let me go ahead and zoom in here. Um, and I'm not sure why the map does that. Sometimes it's totally on this device. It goes away eventually. So I think that's a Google thing. It's nothing to do with my code, or the code I've written. So as you increase the scene radius, it'll start to try and speak some of these um, markers. This one right here is the De Anza expedition. Unfortunately, the simulators don't have voice to text for some reason. And this is why you start to see these errors come up. Let me switch back here. Um, right here, you see all these little errors. This is just because the speech to text is trying to operate, and I demoed that on the in the other video, so I'm not going to be able to demo it here. I don't have a physical device, so I'm just going to pause this and relaunch the app so we don't have this going on in the background. I'll relaunch the app here. All right, there's the app is back now. Um, of course, it's got the same exact functionality as on Android. It's got the same menus. This purchase launches the Apple Store version of the in-app purchases. Let me switch this over here to the app here. Um, so you have the so that has that's the I have a common library, a billing library that switches both to iOS and Android, depending on which platform it's on. So it's all the core has no idea of which one it is. It just wants to know whether it's been purchased or not, or how much time is left in this purchase or this trial version, which we haven't decided what the what the disable the features yet. Which ones we want to disable yet? But we're working on that. We should know that in the next couple weeks, next week or so, I should say. You can do searches here, just like on the iOS version. It has the whole onboarding here as well. That's all the same exact code. It's the same code actually. The about box. These links will open up the websites. This will send an email that has the debug log. Again, we're not sending. There's no user account, so there's no information being sent off the device. That's Fred. This is his markers. This is his idea for the app. It's just a really great demonstration, app for showing how some of these technologies are put together. And of course, you can click on this, and you can click on the info window here. It'll open up the details, and it'll show you the images for each one of these markers, and then you can like go, zoom in here, and let's see here. Yeah, you can like zoom in on the picture and look around at it. So all that's compose. It's like straight up regular old normal compose. Um, let's see, and we also have these different rings here, which show the loaded radius here, as well as as the user's current location. And I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the see if I can turn on the travel, which will do. Here we go. Let's just do the background tracking here. So it doesn't do. I can't do faster than real time for some reason on iOS, but that's just how it's built, I guess. But I'm gonna pause this and I'll come back in a couple seconds, or a few seconds after it's gone a little while. So you can see here it's about to encounter a few markers, and you'll see as each one it gets encountered, it's added to this list. So each one is encountered is added to this list, and all that is all just regular old compose, which is pretty wild. Um, the location, of course, stuff it does split for the Android and for iOS. And the file stuff, it's a common API, but it's split and implemented implemented differently on iOS and Android, of course, at the system level. But yeah, so when we get a lot of markers, this race condition becomes apparent. So that's what I'll be working on next, and that'll be my next release. So let me see, is there anything else I want to talk about here? Well, you can reset the cache here. You can do the purchases here about the app. Do searching of the titles. Um, SE, and it'll retain it for this list here in the drawer. Well, that's about it for right now. Next thing I'm going to be doing is a code walkthrough to show how all this stuff is put together. Um, that is about it, I think. See you soon.